Stan. Hey, a new Comedy Cellar lineup kicks off over at the Rio, and Sheng Wang is one of the funny people that is joining the crew, joining me in studio. Welcome.
Hi, thank
Feeling
you for having
good?
me. Yeah.
So, close to noon, you got your green room coffee you brought along?
Yeah, I'm good to go.
Yeah.
I'm just watching myself on the screen and adjusting my posture. I've been working my posture. That's my main focus these days, because
it's important.
I slouch a lot.
Yeah, it's important to sit up, right?
I know, so you got great posture. My whole life I slouch because I'm so humble.
Right. And you're really into the whole moving cameras, the robotic cameras that we have.
Yeah, these robots stealing people's jobs out here.
It's funny what interests comedians. You and I were chatting. You were saying you've been doing stand-up, what, 15 years now?
Yeah.
And then I asked you, I said, how'd you get into comedy? You just say, hey, I'm funny, I'm going to do this, and you laughed and you said no.
No,
so.
I've never been told that was funny. I don't think I'm a funny person. I think I'm a decent writer and performer. And so like for me, I was never good at comebacks. You know, like I'm not quick on my feet usually.
Okay.
I'm kind of like I'm always after the moment thinking about what I should have done or what I should have said. So stand-up for me is kind of a vehicle to do and say what I had wanted to say after the fact usually. You know, but I get so many tries at it because I do open mics or I learn from different shows I do.
It's like therapy for you.
It is very much like therapy for me.
And you're known for your laid-back demeanor, so that's different because a lot of comedians are kind of a little wild. And
Yeah, I mean that's different people's impressions of what stand-up is to them. And we on the show we have this week, there's a range of shows. There's a range of performers. There's going to be some that are more cerebral, laid back, and there's going to be some that are louder and more musical. Or there's a range, but it's a great venue and it's a really good lineup this week.
Yeah, it really is. And I was reading your bio, and you are a writer or wrote for Fresh Off the Boat, which is on Channel 13.
Yes, I worked for ABC, but the studio was Fox. And so after I did stand-up for about 12 years, I had this opportunity to write for the show based on my performances in stand-up. And I couldn't say no, even though that wasn't necessarily like a childhood dream to be a TV writer. I know it's a lot of people's dreams, so I had to take the opportunity when it came up. And it was an amazing experience, and I did that for 3 years. And now I'm back doing stand-up full-time, which is really what brings me the most joy, I think. And so I'm going to just push this for the next 2 years, or a few years, and just see how far I can take it.
What topics get the most laughs from the audience? Is it different all the time, or I mean, you were performed last night here, and then you're through the week.
Right.
But I don't know if you had the Vegas crowd before, but
it's a little different. I mean, generally, I think people who really appreciate my comedy, they're surprised that I don't go too deep into the sexual stuff, which usually is a crowd pleaser when you talk about sex and things like that. But I'm kind of all over the place. Very mundane stuff. I talk about my more recent jokes. Again, like my posture, basic stuff. Food is a big topic of mine.
Thanksgiving week, so you probably have some
very
jokes about
excited for Thanksgiving.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm gonna cook. I love cooking, so I'm cooking a turkey.
Okay.
But food, like when I first started, that was because it's such a. I just write about what I know and what I'm excited about, and like when I first started doing stand-up, my set list looked like a grocery shopping list.
Right.
Because that's all I talked about was like eggs, salmon, pomegranate.
I love that. Yeah, that's a good one. But everyone relates to food, right?
Yeah.
And it's simple.
Yeah,
and it's easy.
Yeah.
And in this world of, we just said that the word of the year with Oxford Dictionary is toxic, because it's been a toxic year. So it's nice to just talk about food. Yeah. It is.
Ideally, non-toxic food.
There you go.
Organic.
Well, we can catch you at the Rio at the Comedy Cellar. You said you've performed at the Comedy Cellar in New York. This is your first time at the Vegas Comedy Cellar.
Right.
Welcome.
Thank
you.
The
website. Folks, if you want to get tickets, a great lineup this week. And, they bring in new people all the time. So thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.